Hey you guys, a future Christian, editing Christian. As you can see, I'm editing the video right there. I just wanted to come on here real quick with a disclaimer because I'm such a perfectionist. So when you watch the video, on the DJI footage, you may see a rainbowish looking water lines in the corners of the videos. That is not the fault of the camera. That is my fault. I had a screen protector on the screen and I forgot to take it off. A screen protector on the lens, actually. And I meant to take it off before I shot the video, and guess who forgot? Yeah, me. I forgot to take off the screen protector off of the lens, so that is why you see those water lines. That is not the camera. That is the screen protector reflecting off of the sun, which is creating those lines. So I wanted to let you guys know that so that you didn't think that was the true footage of the camera, because it was not. That is the screen protector that is causing those lines. So if you purchase this camera, you will not have that on your camera. The camera is amazing. Let me just say that, because as you can see, I still have the screen protector on, but you don't see those water lines in the corner. That is because that I knew that was going to happen when I went in the sun, and I meant to take the screen protector off and I did not. So yeah, just want to let you know, because I am a perfectionist, and the entire time that I was editing the video, it irritated my soul. But it's all good. So let's just get into this video, okay? Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Christian Danielle, and welcome back. If you are new here, welcome, and if you're returning, y'all already know what's up. Y'all are the real MVPs. So what am I doing? I am at the beach, and if you've seen my last video, then you know why I'm at the beach. I'm at the beach because I am going to show you guys the difference in footage, take some shots or whatnot to show you guys the difference in the footage between this camera and the camera that I'm shooting on right now. Because if you've been following me on social media, or if you've been following me anywhere, then you know that I got a new camera. This is the camera that I'm shooting on, is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and this camera that's in here is the Sony ZV-1. I've had my Sony ZV-1 for probably about 2, maybe 3 years or whatnot, and I just got this particular camera. I got this camera, I want to say I got this camera like in the beginning of maybe the end of last month. So it's August, so maybe the end of July, and I barely just started using it right now. Oh yeah, I be buying stuff and then just let it sit around. So I'm just now using it. Yesterday, today, and like one time last week were the only times that I used it. When I first got it, I did take it out of the box and I played around with it or whatever. But yeah, today I'm just gonna be out and about today here at the beach. See, the beach is over there, and I'm walking on this little bike walking trail right now, and I'm gonna go to a good spot and I'm gonna start taking shots with the ZV-1, and I'm gonna take the same shots with this camera so that we can kind of, you know, see the difference, because a lot of people that I know, since I've been posting this camera that I got it, a lot of people have been asking me, you know, how do you like it? Even this guy right now just stopped me and he was like, is that the Osmo Pocket 3? And I was like, yeah. He said, how do you like it? And I'm like, oh, it's like my first day using it. So basically, I'm gonna kind of get some shots to kind of show you guys the difference and what the footage looks like between this camera and this camera, and kind of help you guys if you're, you know, considering buying this camera. So far, what I will say is I do like how, see how I have my arm held out like this? I like how you can see so much of the background. That was one of the things that I did not like about this camera, really, is like you either had to have it on a long selfie stick or you had to buy some type of attachment. And although this DJI, it does come with a, well, if you get the creator combo, so you can get just this camera by itself, or you can get the creator combo. The creator combo comes with a bunch of accessories, a attachment to make a wider screen as well comes with this camera. But I don't really feel like I need to use it because I still feel like there's a lot of view you know, without it. So really like that. And yeah, now we just got to see how different the footage looks between this and that. So hopefully that can help some of you guys, just in case you're trying to get a new phone, not a new phone, a new camera, to see if you want one. I though just wanted a new camera that was more compact and something that I could just throw like in a little bag, because the Sony ZV-1 is kind of big and I would hate taking it out with me. With this camera, it's easy to just pull it out, record what you got to record real quick, and go on about your business. Plus, like I said, it's small. It fits in this little bag that I have. I don't know if you can see it. This little bag right here. I don't really have to hold it. It's not bulky. You can detach all the pieces and it folds up nice and small. That's what I like about this, and which is why it was a selling point for me. I do, now that I've been talking about it, like the frame shot better. Like you can get more in the background. I also like that you can shoot horizontal or vertical on this camera. Even though I'm doing a YouTube video right now, so it's going to be horizontal, you can also shoot vertical, so that you could do like your reels and stuff on this camera too. So you could have one camera and do it all: reels, YouTube videos, the whole 9 yards. So we are gonna find a good spot to get some good footage, and I will see you guys once I find a spot. So since we're at the beach, we're going to start off with a shot of the beach. So as you can see, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is a lot more vibrant and rich in color than the Sony ZV-1. Also, it's fitting a little bit more in frame from top to bottom. Now I've transferred both cameras over to selfie mode, and once again you see the DJI is a little bit more rich and vibrant in color, especially when picking up the subject, which is me. And as you can see, I am of a melanated skin tone. I have on a hat and it's clearly daylight outside, and the DJI is still outperforming the Sony ZV-1 in its color palette. You can see the details of my face. You can see my face very clearly versus the Sony ZV-1, where my hat is casting a shadow, and without direct sunlight it is hard to see my face, versus the DJI where with or without direct sunlight you can still see all of the details of my face. Now this shot is to showcase just how much you can get in frame. I have both cameras aimed and pointed to the walking symbol on the ground, and as you can see, the DJI has a lot more details in the frame. You can see the cars going by, the bikers going by, versus the ZV-1 where you pretty much only see the walking symbol. You can see the bikers going by, but barely just their wheels. Once again, we have a focused shot, and this time I have both cameras facing the walking sign this time, and as you can see on the DJI you have a lot more details in the background versus the Sony ZV-1. It just depends on the shots and how you move the camera around. So I'm moving both cameras around, and as you can see, you still can see a lot more in the DJI than you can on the Sony. Now we're going to take a walk, and as you can see, the DJI is a lot more smoother when you are taking your steps and walking and you have the camera in motion. This was the #1 selling point for me. I was looking for cleaner shots, and the DJI allows that because the DJI is a gimbal camera. So when you move, it moves too, which is what allows for the shot to be so much cleaner. The ZV-1, you can blatantly tell that I'm walking, it's choppy, and it's not smooth. Now here I'm going to do a little bit more moving around while having a focal point, and as you can see, the focal point is clearly the table, and on the DJI you can see how there is a lot more in the shot in frame. You can see the ocean, the colors are more dynamic, and then on the ZV-1 all you can really see is the table. Even when moving the camera around you can still only see the table. I'm literally moving both cameras in the same motion because I have them side by side, and the ZV-1 is not getting much in the frame other than the table, unlike the DJI. And here we have another movement and focus shot. So I have the cameras focused on that little dead piece of grass right there, the little circle yellow part. And I'm just gonna move the camera around. As you can see here, the Sony ZV-1 does though have a little bit more detail. As you can see in the grass, you can see the grass is a lot more detailed. The Osmo still though has a lot more imaging in the background. And here's another shot showing you just how much you can get in frame from each camera. Now here's where we're going to be seeing a major difference between both cameras. So as I told you before, the DJI Osmo is a gimbal with active track. So basically the camera will follow you once you set it down. The Sony ZV-1 is not. You are going to have to hold that camera at all times. The active track feature, hands down, was definitely another selling point for me, and which is why I bought this camera, because you don't always want to have to hold your camera. Sometimes you have a lot of things going on. Sometimes you may be trying to show something or demonstrate something, and it's kind of difficult when you don't have a camera that doesn't move when you move. So the active track feature on this camera is absolutely, positively amazing. If I had to buy this camera again, I would buy the DJI specifically for the active track. And here's a closer look at that active track feature. As you can see, I'm moving up, down, and around and everywhere, and the camera is moving with me. This feature works on anything that you decide to track. So as long as that item can be detected on screen, well, the camera will follow. And here's one more comparison with that active track. As you can see, the Sony ZV-1 is not doing much of anything, and the DJI Osmo is moving with my every movement. Okay, so I'm just going to take this video for some sound reference. This is the sound on the Sony ZV-1. I have nothing on there, no dead cat. I do have a dead cat, but I took it off just for the purpose of this video so that you guys can hear the difference between sound between the Sony ZV-1 and the DJI Osmo. This right here, I'm looking at the Sony ZV-1. This is the sound. And then this is the DJI Osmo. This is the sound. Now, I do have a microphone for the DJI Osmo. Maybe I'll make a different video with the sound quality with the microphone. I didn't bring the microphone because pretty much this video is just for shot purposes. And the Sony ZV-1, I do have a dead cat. I just took it off, like I said, because we want to get the comparison of the two just straight out the box, no extras. Now I'm going to be doing another active track shot. So this shot is actually going to be taken from the ground, and this is going to show you how the DJI doesn't necessarily need to be on a tripod, but the Sony ZV-1 would if you wanted to get a shot like this. You can see how the DJI is following me. It never takes me out of shot or out of frame. And then the Sony is just stuck at that one little shot, and you can see it's focused on the ground. So as I move back, you can still see me in frame clear in the DJI, but in the Sony, it's blurry. So with the Sony, you would need a tripod, and you would need to focus the area of which you want the focus to be. And with the DJI, whatever is being tracked will always stay in focus. Now let's get into the zoom of it all. So the Sony ZV-1 does have a better zoom ratio. The Sony ZV-1 will zoom in extremely close, and it doesn't lose on its clarity. So as you can see, it looks very clear on the zoom. The DJI, not so much. The DJI doesn't zoom in as much, but you still get a full frame. When you do zoom in, it's just not going to be as clear as the Sony ZV-1. And even though the zoom is better on the ZV-1, the DJI still has a leg up with the color. And as you can see, the amount of detail that you get in your shot from top to bottom and left to right.
So now we're heading back towards the car. So there was a lot of open space for me to do more movement and walking tests. So we're gonna walk back to the stairs that we came down, and as you can see, as we're walking, just smooth as silk on the DJI Osmo side, and then on the Sony ZV-1. Once again, it looks like I am walking, moving. It's not clean like the DJI. And then I'm going to hold the cameras up so you can see how they're positioned. This is the Sony that I'm recording with the DJI. And then this is the DJI that I'm recording with the Sony. Now we are back at the stairs, and here is another shot of just how much you can get in the frame. As you can see, the DJI side has a lot, the stairs, the sky, people in the frame, and the Sony ZV-1 simply just has the stairs. Both of these cameras are being held at the same exact height, and you can really see the difference on how much you're able to get into the frame. And here is one last shot facing the street for reference. Again, both cameras are being held at the exact same height.
All right, y'all, so we back at the car. Thank you guys so very much for watching. That is it, and that is all. As you can see, just from me shooting this right now, you can see the difference in the color. This is the Sony ZV-1. And this is the DJI Osmo. I hope this video was able to help anybody who may be on the fence or wanting to buy this camera. I'm pointing to the DJI, or if you have this camera or you're deciding if you want to get this camera, this is the difference, okay? And okay. And as you can see, I gotta hold this one. You see, boom. That one's following me. I gotta hold this one on the car. So whatever the case may be, figure it out. All right, y'all, so I gotta go. I am in desperate need of a shower. So thank you guys so very much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. And as I learn the DJI, I definitely will be bringing you guys more content. All right, bye.